that it is so easy to create repetitive patterns on your backgrounds just using coordinated products? Well, that's exactly what I am going to show you in today's video. Hello everyone, my name is Aditi and welcome back to Crafty Meraki's YouTube channel. Today I am going to be playing with the You Inspire Me set, which comes with the stamp, the coordinated stencils for coloring it, as well as the die. Now to begin with, we are going to be creating the pattern that I was talking about on our card front. So I have an A2 piece of white cardstock here just for my card front, and I am using my stamping platform to hold it in place and using two of the floral clusters from the stamp set to stamp with black ink. I am using pigment ink because I want to go over with clear embossing powder once my stamping is complete. Now in this process, it is all about stamping the clusters, picking up the stamp sets, rearranging them and going back in with the stamp. So I have two of those bigger clusters stamped twice each, and I think that itself fills my card front. And all I'm doing is using the smaller floral cluster to fill in the corners, offsetting it so that this looks like a continuous pattern going beyond my paper. Once I have the bigger flowers in place, it's really very easy to fill those gaps with any tiny floral clusters. So it's a simple, easy, random process. And like I told you, I am then just sprinkling it with clear embossing powder to create a nice, detailed, bold outline. And this also ensures that the black ink will not run over once we begin ink blending. Isn't that such a pretty pattern paper now? All we got to do is use the layered stencils to color them. I think this just makes the coloring so easy, achieving stunning results with inks with all that beautiful shading. Just lining up my base stencil, that's stencil number 1, with the floral cluster. I am going in with a lighter shade of pink. I am using Altenew inks today, and this set is called the Martian Terrain. So I am just beginning with the lighter ink color with a light hand. I don't like to do heavy-handed ink blending on the first layer, just laying out color on all the floral clusters, and you will see how easy it is to just do that. I rotate and turn around the stencil so that it fits all the flower clusters no matter how I have stamped them, and just lay that base color there to get color going on my florals. It's just as simple and easy as that. Now I am using the Altenew sticky grid mat just to hold the paper down in place, and what this also does is just makes sure that the stencil is glued down to the surface and I am not moving it too much. You can see I have my mini ink cube also just glued on the sticky grid mat, and everything is in its place without moving too much. Now I'm going in with the second color using my detailed layer of the stencil, and here you will notice what I do is lay out the second color and then I bring in the third color, which is much more brighter, right over that, blending the two, creating a beautiful blend. I don't do this to all the floral clusters. I do it just for a few of the clusters, and on the others I just alternate. So I skip one of the ink colors, just go in with the third color using the detail layer, and I simply do this to create a little variation. I'm also bringing in orange right in that deep red mix, again like I said, to create a variation. For a continuous pattern like this with repetitive floral clusters, I think it just breaks the monotony when you have all the clusters looking similar but not exactly same. It just brings in a little variation in the shading, the color, and creates a sense of movement, a sense of flow, and it breaks that monotony as well. So going in with the darkest color with the third layer, you can see how just that bit brings all these flowers to life. Just that third deep dark layer kind of brings everything to life. And that was what I was telling you all about these layering stencils. They just take the fuss out of coloring just with pure ink blending and the variety of layers, bringing in the light colors, going all the way till the dark colors. It is so simple and easy to achieve this shading for realistic looking flowers. For the leaves as well, I am using Nature's Wonder ink set and lay out the light color, and you can see I lay it out a little darker at the base of the leaves, and as I go towards the tips I kind of fade it off. And I do the same thing with the second layer of the stencil, adding the next color and just blending it all in, adding a darker color, and that completes the coloring of this repetitive pattern. Isn't that a gorgeous card front? I think this would also make for a great gift wrapping paper. Now for the sentiment, I am going to use the same sentiment from the stamp set, stamp it on an extra piece of white cardstock with again the black ink, and just emboss that with clear embossing powder to get a detailed defined sentiment. And what I love about this set is even this sentiment comes with a coordinated die. So it really die cuts around the sentiment, creating such a cool border. And that is why my heart goes out to such coordinated sets. Just for a little interest, I have a little strip of vellum here about half an inch wide and 5.5 inches lengthwise, just to match the size of my card. And I have stamped love you over it multiple times just to create a strip of that sentiment, which is not my main sentiment. It's just going to be a background accent, and then over that with foam tape I adhere the main sentiment. I think that just adds an extra touch and detail and interest to this repetitive card, again breaking the monotony there. Now to embellish it, I am using these enamel dots which have these enamel hearts, and I think it's just a perfect addition for this love theme card that I have going here. And if you see, it's not specific to love in the romantic sense. It can be love for a friend, it can be love for a parent, it can be actually showing love to anybody who inspires you in your life. So that completes this quick, simple card. And so that completes this card with that beautiful, gorgeous, repetitive pattern and floral clusters. I love how the colors work together with each other, and I just love this floral set in general, and I am happy with the card that I have here. Do let me know in the comments what you think about this card and how you like this technique, and like and subscribe to the channel for more such content. Until the next time, take care and bye bye.